let's get one thing out of the way. This isn't your average moon landing denial or we never went there video. No, this goes deeper, much deeper. What if the moon isn't a natural satellite at all? What if it's hollow? And what if it was placed there intentionally, not just to orbit Earth, but to surveil us? In this video, we'll explore one of the strangest, most compelling, and highly controversial theories out there, that the moon is an artificial hollow surveillance station possibly created by an ancient alien intelligence or someone else who wanted to maintain a very close eye on humanity. Before we jump into wild theories, let's start with what we know about the moon and how weird it actually is. Perfect symmetry. The moon's orbit is perfectly synchronous. We only ever see one side of it, the near side. The far side, the so-called dark side, remains hidden unless viewed via spacecraft. It rings like a bell. During the Apollo 12 mission, NASA deliberately crashed a lunar module onto the moon. The result? Seismic instruments picked up a ringing that lasted for nearly an hour. The moon literally rang like a bell, suggesting it may have a low density or even hollow interior. Now, these might just be odd coincidences, or maybe they're clues. Let's look closer. Civilizations across the world have strangely similar myths about the moon, or more intriguingly, the time before the moon. The Zulu people of Africa have oral traditions suggesting the moon was brought to Earth long ago by two brothers who controlled the sky. Ancient Greek writers like Aristarchus described a time when there was no moon in the sky. The Sumerians, the first known civilization, had no lunar deity in their earliest pantheon. It was only added later, after the arrival of the moon. These stories from completely separate cultures seem to imply that humans once remembered a time before the moon existed. Can we dismiss these as just mythology, or are these stories evidence of an artificial insertion? First proposed in the 1960s by Soviet scientists Vasin and Sherbakov, the hollow moon theory suggests that the moon may be some sort of an alien spacecraft. Perhaps it's a relic left behind by an ancient alien civilization, or it could still be in operation to this day. There are several facts about the moon that defy explanation. For one, its crust is unusually hard. It contains metals not found naturally in those concentrations, such as titanium. Another puzzling fact to consider is that its density doesn't align with its size. It's too light. When NASA conducted seismic experiments during multiple missions, it consistently found that the moon reverberated like a giant gong, a behavior not seen in solid celestial bodies. The theory goes that the moon may have been hollowed out, then steered into orbit to act as a surveillance platform, observing human development over thousands, maybe millions of years. Who built it, and why? Theories range from ancient aliens to interdimensional beings, or even remnants of a pre-human advanced Earth civilization. Even if you believe we landed on the moon, there are still odd details that conspiracy theorists point to. Apollo astronauts reported strange sounds, like music or static, while passing the far side of the moon. Some claim there are structures visible in NASA photos, dome-like buildings, straight walls, or even towers. Why haven't we gone back? After Apollo 17 in 1972, manned missions to the moon stopped abruptly. We went from racing to get there to losing interest completely. Is it possible we found something that we weren't supposed to find? And then there's the whistleblowers. Several former contractors, military personnel, and intelligence officers claim that we did find artificial structures. They also claim we were explicitly warned not to return. Assuming the moon was placed there intentionally, what's its purpose? Surveillance, a perfect geostationary object facing Earth at all times? That's a perfect place to watch from. Manipulation. Some theorists argue the moon affects not just tides, but human consciousness, emotions, and even fertility cycles. Is it possible it's broadcasting frequencies? Symbolic control. The moon features prominently in secret societies, occult symbolism, and religious lore. Could it be part of a long-game influence campaign on human development? Or perhaps it's not surveillance in the way we understand it. Maybe it's more like an ark, a black box of Earth's life and evolution, or a piece of technology waiting to be reactivated. We may never know the full truth about the moon. It may be just a weird celestial coincidence, or it may be something far stranger, something watching, recording, influencing. Remember, every camera needs a stable tripod. Every experiment needs an observer. And Earth, it's the perfect subject. Next time you look up at the night sky and see that glowing orb staring back, just remember, it's always facing you, always watching. And maybe, just maybe, it's not a rock at all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Do you think the moon is more than just a moon?